Welcome back, everyone, and West Virginia has brought back Pat White to promote him up to the head football coach of the Mountaineers. If you don't know who Pat White is, I very much suggest that you brush up on his highlights from the 2007-2008 season, as he led them to the highest ranking, being ranked number 2 during the 2007 season. They fell just shy of making it to the BCS National Championship. Our goal here today, get over that hump, win a national title, and of course, we need to bring in a quarterback that is up to Pat White's image because he was an absolute dog for the Mountaineers. Now, don't forget, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. As we get into the rebuild, I'm pretty excited for this. Sign up that contract, and let's dive right in. Looking at West Virginia's roster here for Season 1, I feel like we can compete in the Big 12. We have Wyatt Millam here, senior left tackle, and I tell you what, he is an elite pass protector. 94 pass block, 96 pass block finesse, 92 pass block power. He should not, be letting up tons of sacks this season. One thing we do need to focus on is getting a quarterback after Garrett Green graduates. Does have 88 speed, was a 3-star coming out. Could have developed his skill caps, only 3 skill caps from what I see. But we need to get a guy, again, that we talked about before in Pat White's image. We don't really have one on the roster. Nico Maricol is behind him, Ryder Burton, but we need to get a guy in the recruiting cycle that can come in and take over. Other than that, decent starting point for where we are. Got a couple young guys at wide receiver. Hudson Clement coming in, a bunch of physical attributes. Only a 1-star. 1-star normal development. Was not expecting that out of him. But other than that, as we said before, pretty solid foundation for what we have here. Got a lot of upperclassmen. So I feel like we'll be able to compete for Season 1. And then we might take a slight dip unless we can get that elite players that we're going after in the portal. Not in the portal and in the recruiting cycle. As we take a look at the recruiting board, we are going after the top-end talent. Starting with Joe Scruggs, 5-star defensive tackle. A couple 4-stars, a lot more 5-stars than usual. Like Nate McCoy, 6'5", physical wide receiver. We got to get the best of the best to start competing in the Big 12. You have Colorado emerging, Arizona, teams like that that are just always relevant in the Big 12. Of course, Colorado now with Deion Sanders. Our first game at home against Penn State, coming in at 84. They're in 86 overall, so we can compete in this one. It's just a matter of fact of, are we going to or not? And Pat White's first game as a head coach does not go well at all. Big time L, 35-13. Drew Allar, 278-2, completely dominating us. I mean, Garrett Green, not a terrible day. 300 passing yards, 23-30, just got sacked 3 times. Donaldson Jr. got 78 yards on the ground. Traylon Ray, 118. We really couldn't convert. We must have went for it a lot on 4th downs. Did we go for it? Yeah, 1 of 3 on 4th down. 7 of 15 on 3rd down. I guess, we just couldn't get it done. The drive down the field and the drive's probably stalled out. It's the only thing I can really think of here. At about halfway through the season, we're sitting at 2-3. 0-2 in the Big 12. Not really going too hot right now. As you see, we are 16th. In terms of the conference standings. We're playing 24 Iowa State this week. This game has a lot riding on the line here. We have a bunch of recruits coming in. Iowa State's 24, so technically they have a prestige advantage over us. So if we get a win, we should be able to see a ton of recruits coming in. So we're waiting to sim. Let's hope we get a win. Still waiting. Boom. John Umenyiora does commit. Juan Vilder. So that means we must have beaten Iowa State, because we're getting just about everybody that came in for a visit that week. 3 guys. As you see, Umenyiora is a gem, and we did indeed pull off the upset against him. What was his overall score of that game? Let me go in and look real quick. 38-24, big time upset over the 24th ranked Iowa State Cyclones. And oh my gosh, Beck threw 4 picks. Goodness gracious. Nico, so that must mean that Garrett Green's hurt, or at least got hurt for this game. But Nico, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, coming out on the ground. Donaldson with 120 yards. Traylon Ray doing his thing again. Preston Fox with a touchdown. Let's take a look at defense. I want to see who got all the interceptions. Aubrey Burks, Josiah Trotter, and TJ Crandall definitely helped pave the way for that upset. We're at week 10, and just to update you on our recruiting class, starting to fall apart in terms of the 5-stars. Our championship contenders down to a D+, because we're 3-5 at the moment. So we're locked down on both Lodeholt and Ollie. McCoy and Scruggs both committed away as we finished 2nd on their, respective recruiting. We're not going to get LaPuente. We're not going to get Slayton. We might get Guinness here. Maybe if we're lucky. I should be able to hard sell, though, at least now. But man, this class right now, it had a lot of steam at first, but now it's all starting to fall apart at the last possible second. Don't love to see that, especially because most of these hard sales are on championship contender. We might be able to squeak away with Godwin here. Just maybe. I'm not sure. Not Nguyen? I don't know. I'm having a stroke trying to pronounce his name. We should be able to get him because we're not really getting competed against. And all these other 5-star. Oh my gosh. Notre Dame came out of nowhere for Gerald Poole. But these other 4-stars down here at the bottom of the board, I think we'll be able to land because nobody's really going after them right now. So I'm hopeful that we can. If not, it's okay, I suppose. But I really want them. We do squeak away here with Malik Godwin, 4-star offensive guard. And yeah, Winston does go to Oregon. Oregon is taking over just about every single one of our commits so far. 3-5, need to start cleaning up our record. Again, 2 5-stars that we have just barely lost. And we're not going to come away with Loadhold or Ollie due to our championship contender. McLaughlin's going to go to Georgia as well because our contender grade just isn't that great. All right, finally, we start getting some more commits. Ty Slayton from Verona, Wisconsin, 4-star running back. Still locked out on Ollie. McLaughlin does indeed go to Georgia. So that's our third 5-star that we have swung and missed because our team isn't good. We're 3-7 right now. We're going to drop down probably to a 3-star prestige, maybe even lower. But why are we doing so bad? Oh my God, I'm so confused. 84 overall. Why is McLaughlin starting over Garrett Green? Maybe that's why we're doing terrible. All right, after UCF, we do get Vine Nguyen, however you say this guy's name, from St. Louis, Missouri. Again, another 4-star coming in. We do lose Guinness, so another 5-star that we did indeed miss out on. That's when now we're 3-8. At this point in time, it's just about that point where you just punt it to the off season. Our recruiting class is not great. I mean, we got a couple of 4-stars, but we're not going to get load hope. And it just is what it is at this point in time. So we finished season 1 3-9. Really unsure how this team ended up so bad. So as we take a look, yeah, Nico Maricole, 12 touchdowns, 12 picks. Garrett Green, 7-2. Yeah, I don't know. Quarterback play wasn't crazy good this season. CJ Donaldson Jr. had an 842 and 5. Only 168 carries, though. Need to get this man the football one way or another. Through the year, Traylon Ray at 752 and 6 might be a risk of transferring. Preston Fox was 623 and 6 as well. Taking a look over at defense, Josiah Trotter, who's also at a risk for transferring, 7 TFLs. Sean Martin led us with 8. TJ Jackson led us with 6 sacks. Sean Martin led us with 5.5. And then 4 interceptions from Aubrey Burks also led the way. Will Howard again wins the Heisman, and sometimes these interception ratios are just absurd. 34 yards, 41 touchdowns, only 1 interception. I wish some of our quarterbacks could do that. I'm going to manage that. We fired our defensive coordinator because I honestly did not like him. And we'll take a look and try to get one of these guys that, you know, matches what I want to do. So Ohio State and Syracuse somehow made it to the national championship. Unsure how that happened, but Will Howard caps out an incredible season. 41 touchdowns, 1 pick, Heisman winner, national champion. But let's take a look and see how many players are leaving. Probably a lot. Oh my God. This might be the most amount of transfers I see from one team due to championship contender. We have no chance to bring anybody back. Like none. We're losing our best running back, our best offensive lineman, one of our best receivers. Oh my God, dude, this is gut-wrenching. Well, I mean, the only thing left from here, try to find some sort of transfers. We have 1,000 hours, surprisingly enough. Is there any 4-stars interested in us? Probably not. Does not like it. What about 3-star transfers? No? Oh my God, that's going to be a lot harder than I thought. I thought this rebuild would have been a lot easier considering their starting point, but I was so wrong. So very wrong. Finally, after 2 weeks in the offseason, we get some recruits. Bernard Lincolnbach from Washington, Maryland, another 4-star tight end commits. He's the only one as we lost on Sam's and a 3-star offensive lineman. When I tell you this class has absolutely hit rock bottom. It has absolutely hit rock bottom. We're now losing out on all these 4-stars we're going after. Going to lose out on DeVito here. We might get Kerr. Maybe. We maybe might get him. So, we'll see. We're going to lose out on Shockey too. How the hell are we going to lose on Shockey? Week 3, we do get some 3 stars. Joseph Fry's actually the only guy. Notre Dame snipes 2 4 stars from us. You know, at this point in time, just take us to National Signing Day. So on National Signing Day, we signed the 17th class. A lot better than I thought, probably because the vast volume of 3 stars we signed, 18 of them to be exact, with 9 4 stars. Take a look at their development, starting off with Ty Slayton, coming in normal development. And was it, well, we didn't scout him, so we didn't know if he was a bust or not. Star dev for John Umanora, so 95 third part, 84 speed. Probably going to be our starting quarterback next season. Normal for Vildor. Impact, let's see here. Impact star for Zaire Lampkin, going to be probably our left tackle if I move him over correctly. Missed out on a star, 2 stars. A normal development for Core. Normal for Lindenbach. Normal. Impact. Any more stars? Okay, Donovan Hawkinson, another tight end with star development. And yeah, that looks like, there we go, another star for Kerry Stacy. So that's 2 offensive linemen with a good development traits. And that's it. So a very underwhelming season 1 class. Doesn't bode well for the rest of this rebuild, but we really need to step it up this next season. Hopefully we don't fall to 3-9. Can't really do much with that record. We're going to go into position changes, move some people around, and hopefully make our team a little bit better. For season 2, we stay stagnant here at an 84 overall. So a 3.5 star prestige somehow, some way. Donaldson stays at 86, Aiden Garnes up to an 85, Reed Carrico up to 84. Jeremiah Trotter really stays the same. So not really many players going up in overall, sadly enough. I mean, not really much we can do. We got to recruit better. Hopefully this season we don't go 3-9 again, because that would be absolutely brutal if we did. I'm not seeing too many freshmen stand out except for Marquise Moore coming in here up to a 78 overall impact development. He can be decent, maybe an 83, 84 overall. But yeah, this team is suffering right now. Linebacker depth isn't great. Secondary depth isn't great. It is what it is. When your first recruiting class falls apart, this pretty much is what happens. All right. We just got done with week 5 of season 2. Our first commit is Tony Awasika. Cameron Babino from Pensacola, Florida. 2 corners are going to help with our secondary. Lost out on Terrell Kao and Gadosh. Not surprising there. We were down to the wire. We are 4-1 right now. Definitely a lot better than how we started last season. In fact, we've already beaten our win total. We're going in able to now schedule visits for different players, such as athlete Brendan Daniels. That can also hard sell more than likely. We know he likes proximity to home and pro potential. So more than likely is going to be, if I can find it. No. I'll be able to find it here in a second. There we go. The clutch. And then from there, just honestly, give more hours to different players. We can soft sell. I can take all this off and hard sell this guy. But that's all there really is left here. Hard selling, soft selling on different check marks to be able to bring some more guys in. Finally, more commits just past the halfway mark of the regular season. Jason Blanca from Stark, Florida, Clayton Wooten, Marietta, Georgia, and our first 5 stars so far, Eldon Stoneburner. Definitely going to help us off the edge. Jamie Generals locked us out. But our recruiting class starting to look a little nice. We're actually starting to pile together some wins, it looks like. Scratch that, we're 5-2. We were 5-1, I believe, after last game. But we are 6th in the Big 12. Last year at this point, we were dead last in the Big 12. So that's kind of nice. 255 hours to work with now. And I can finally start adding basically 50 hours on all these bottom feeder 4 stars that we found that didn't hate us. So that's all I can really do at this point in time. And then hopefully they'll commit and not lock us out and not hate us. And then we can eventually start stringing along some wins. That's the main goal. But you got to rely on College Football 25 simulation, which isn't really the most reliable thing. More commits coming in. Brendan Daniels, an athletic scrambler archetype from Chesterfield, Virginia. Tyler Glenn solidifying the offensive line. We're going to lose out on Bo Burr. Ohio State came out of nowhere for him. We were in the lead for him for a while. We did drop the last game, moving to 5-3. But the goal here, get more of those hours back, and we can start scheduling visits for week 12 when we play Texas Tech. That is the main thing I want to focus on here, scheduling those visits for that certain week if I can. Doesn't look like I can just yet, but I can at least show the maximum hours on the other guys that haven't locked us out. More commits coming in. Brian Herrenberger, another defensive end from North Palm Beach, Florida, coming in here. Still first on a lot of these recruits. Definitely going to help solidify this class. We're now 6-4. The good thing is we're bowl eligible. We have a lot of commits coming in, or recruits coming in against Texas Tech. But we'll see what we can do with that. As you see, a lot of the guys we missed out on. We can't bring in Moses Peppers for any visits. My God, my voice cracked right there. Good night, but that's all right. We can at least hard sell him now, though, and then start filling up the 65. I mean, I could try to bring him out on a bye week, but I don't know what good it would do. I don't think it would do any good. It's worth a shot, I suppose, to try to spring him away from Notre Dame. Max Cootie, however you want to say his name, Coote, probably is how you actually say it. We'll hard sell as well. But yeah, then again, this is all I can really do at this point. Just keep on hard selling. We'll schedule some visits for the bye week, see if that actually works. I don't think it does, but it doesn't hurt to really try. After TCU, we would get Pierre Riggins from Canton, Kansas. Connor Wow, Marshall, Minnesota. So this tells me that we defeated TCU. We put a lot of guys on a visit. We're able to fight back for Riggins, who actually locked us out for a while due to our championship contender being so low. And we did pull off the victory, so we're 7-5, which means we're going to be in a bowl game. What bowl game are they going to project us to be at is the real question. As we scroll all the way down here, where are we going to be at? Oh, I see us. Against SMU, looks like we're going to be in the Gasparilla Bowl. It might change, may not change. That's where the projections have us at. Take a look at the board. We have 240 hours to really diverse upon for different guys. We're not going to get Moses Peppers. He's going to go to Ohio State. Devontae Chirador will commit soon. Cade Waddle will commit. Aiden Harlow is quite interesting. I don't think he will. I think he's going to go to, I believe it was Penn State, was it not? It may have been Penn State. Not really sure. If I can find this daggone, there it is. Hometown hero. No, it's Florida. I knew it was a blue team. Imani Atwood should come in soon, and then just a bunch of 3 stars down here at the bottom. There we go. We do get Devontae Chirador just like I thought we would from Owensboro, Kentucky. Cade Waddle, another outside linebacker from Potomac, Maryland. Imani Atwood, the free safety. We did not get Peppers or Silvestro. It is what it is, not the end of the world. I mean, ideally, you would like to get them. But again, not the end of the world if you don't. So now our contract got extended, funny enough. We're going to go to our bowl games, see where we end up playing. It projected us in a Gasparilla Bowl. It's okay bowl game, not exactly where you want to play at. And Warlow does go to Florida, who we tried to fight back for. Didn't end up happening. But let's see, where are we going to end up playing? Quinshawn Judkins wins the Heisman. You know, out of all my simulations, this is the first time I've seen him win it. In real life, he would project for the draft, but stays for another year, 216 carries, 1,300 yards, and 20 touchdowns. Definitely a really good season by the veteran running back. And we do play SMU in the Gasparilla Bowl. Am I even pronouncing that right? Honestly, not even sure. Let's take a look at our overalls combined with each other, or matched up, I should say. They're 79, we're an 85. So we should come away with a victory. Keyword should. Is that going to happen? Probably not. Let's see if I can allocate hours. I cannot. So we're going to go ahead and simulate this game. Hopefully we can see some confetti fall before getting into the offseason. Show me the confetti. Show me the confetti. There will be no confetti. As you see, we fall to 7-6. Let's take a look at our team schedule. How bad was the L on this one? Going all the way down here, 34-17, complete and utter drubbing of us. Yeah, Preston Stone's a 92 of our quarterback, 317-3. Oh, that's what we lost. Humanior, 3 picks. Definitely not a good game by our true freshman starting quarterback. We're going to take a look at the overall stats on the season. We should stay at 3.5-star prestige because we made it to a bowl game. 26 touchdowns, 12 picks for Humanior again. Without those 3 picks in the bowl game, he would stay under double-digit interceptions. So up to that point, he had a pretty well done freshman season. On the ground, CJ Donaldson still under 200 carries, but 6.3 yards per attempt, 8 scores. Through the air, Preston Fox, the redshirt senior, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. TJ Ward with 8, he will return next season. So will Hudson Clement. Dangerfield Woods, 462. So far, looking really good production-wise. Only 12 sacks by a true freshman. Not terrible. Not great either. We'll hope to improve upon that. Trey Lathan, 82 tackles. I see a good sack number down there. Pause. Marquise Moore with 6 TFLs. 12.5 sacks by Reed Garrico. Going to be gone this year. Elijah Kinsler is going to, and Makai Byerson's going to try to replace him. Then we got 2 picks from Aiden Garnes, who is injured, and then 1 from a couple others. And Ohio State would repeat as national champions. They won last year with Will Howard. Win this year, probably Devin Brown at quarterback, and then Quinshaw Judkins leading the way. So now we're going to see how many players are going to transfer out. Our pro potential went from a B to a C, as you see right here. So Umenyiora is actually at risk of leaving, which would absolutely suck if he does. He's not leaving, so that's good. Well, I want Nagayun. I don't know how you say his name. He is gone. Can we bring Dangerfield back? The freshman tight end. He stays. Josiah Jackson is gone. What about TJ Crandall? Stays. Okay, so 2 of 4. Not terrible. We are losing some stud players like CJ Donaldson, Aiden Garnes, Reed Garrico had 12.5 sacks, and Preston Fox, our leading receiver. So we're losing a lot of talent. At least this year's not the entire team hitting the transfer portal. That was absolutely miserable last year. So I'm surprised we ended up going 7-6. I will take a sneak peek at the draft results to see if Donaldson snuck into the 7th round. I doubt it, but there's always a chance. Oh, Garnes did. So Garnes snuck in even though he's injured. Snuck in the round 7. Now let's take a look at the transfer portal. Do we have anybody interested? Last year there was nobody. And this year it looks to be the same. As we take a look at 4 stars, none, possibly 3 stars, also none. So that's fantastic. Back-to-back years with no transfers interested in West Virginia. Can't really cut it like that. I don't know what's probably our championship contender that's really screwing us. So the only thing I can really do here is schedule visits for a bunch of 3 stars we have on the board and go from there. This year, we actually end up with a 7th class due to our signing 2 5 stars, 12 4 stars, and again, the vast amount of 3 stars helps carry the bottom half load of this recruiting cycle. So now let's take a look at the development trade, starting off with Tony Awasika, impact development, normal, fantastic, more normals, elite development, our first one, Clayton Wooten, slot archetype from Marietta, Georgia. Love to see that. Another lead development for a right outside linebacker, Eldon Stoneburner. Really going to help this squad. Pierre Riggins with elite. So 2 outside linebackers that we can shift across either left outside or on the edge. Keep going down. Star development for Steve Kerr. Not the basketball player this time. He needs a different haircut to be the original Steve Kerr. Keep on going down. We missed out on a star dev, 3 star. Other than that, I saw 2 more. Let's take this Syracuse guy off. Star development for Andy Merchant, physical archetype. Doug Slaughter, offensive guard. Could be the right side, could be left side. Could play even tackle for us. Whatever the case may be. So far, a lot better development traits than what we got last time. 2 elites and a couple stars. So now all I have to do now is update the position changes to have these players best fit and pretty much go from there. Heading into season 3, we stand at 86 overall. I think we're a little bit better considering the fact we have a bunch of guys developing here. Khalil Wilkins up to an 85. So that means Umenyiora didn't develop at all. Interesting. So Wilkins coming out of nowhere might snatch the jaws of the starting position out of nowhere. Why didn't Umenyiora not even develop? He's got star development. Like his throw power, 95. His accuracy is almost capped out. Maybe he's just not as good as we thought. That's interesting, though. The fact that he just got leapfrogged so bad. Like Wilkins, like an 85, has better caps, too. So even though he doesn't have a great development trait, his skill caps are better. He's already an 85, so he's going to get the reins here. Dunbar shoots up to an 86. Love to see that from him. Elusiveness already capped out. Power can go up. Quickness can go up as well. Take a look at our receivers. Yeah, we should be okay. We got Gallagher, who hopefully can stay for his senior season, be a 90+. Bunch of freshmen down the board. Lincoln Bach up to an 81. Dangerfield at a 77. Offensive line's looking a little bit better. Up in the mid-70s, the high 80s. Lampkin again doesn't develop as well. Some of these guys just aren't developing. He's still going to start because look at his skill caps here. He could be a freaking monster if he actually decides to do something. So we'll keep starting him. The defensive end, still, we're just a young team this year. That's all we really are. Riggins is going to start over Ricky Williams because of his development. But we'll get a middle linebacker right outside of elite development. Stoneburner coming in here. He will start off rip. Move the corner to strong safety. Again, we're just a young team. This is our season 3, and you can see so many different freshmen, sophomores starting across the board. So in about 2 seasons, we'll be hanging right up there with the best. So week 1, we lose to Eastern Carolina. How do we lose to East Carolina? I don't know. Yo, this how Caden Hauser of 294 and 4. Khalil Wilkins, I mean, not a terrible game. Oh, 45% completion percentage. Never mind. Dunbar can't get nothing going. TJ Ward does something. But yeah, this team, if this is going to be how we start and how we play, it's not going to look pretty at all. And it's not going to help that we also play Alabama this week. This time at home. But no, it's not going to help whatsoever. Oh no. Okay, we're getting locked out of everybody so far. We're 0-3. Our championship contender is taking a beating. So every single player once again is locking us out. Not good. I repeat, not good at all. So all we can do now, quite honestly, is pray that we win. Somewhere along the road, it's just pray that we somehow find a way to get a win. I don't know how that's going to happen, but we can try. That's for sure. 0-3, brutal start, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. Hopefully we can find a way to win this one against Texas Tech. That would really help our championship contender. I doubt we will. Pretty sure we're going to go 0-4. And that means our class yet again is going to take a freaking nosedive. And oh, we won. Okay, thank you. What's our championship contender? Back to a B-. So now I can get those hours back. So we do get a 5-star Von Wills from Ecorse, Michigan. Hopefully that means we beat Kansas. I don't think we did. We did. So our championship contender is up to a C. We need to get that up to a B-. We're 2-4 right now. YJ Ward wins Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week, only 80 yards and a touchdown. But we need to get it back up to a B-. The reason being is now we're going to lose out on Fatu Tafasi, Fiocco, Houston, Waiters, Proctor. All of these guys we're going to lose out on because we simply just cannot get our contender back up. It's another day, another time where a class falls apart because of our championship contender. We lost out on Waiters and Proctor. Not a good sign, and we lose yet again. This team is starting to really frustrate me, or at least the simulation is. We're 2-5 again, and our hopes and dreams of getting any sort of 5 stars are starting to plummet. Markel Michael, not going to be able to come in because our contender is so low. He's going to flip to LSU. Yeah. And even some of these other guys we just started going after are locking us out due to us just not being good. Right now, week 11, we stand 3-6. This team has just been so inconsistent in the simulation, not even really funny. There's an outside shot. We can make the Big 12 championship. We would need a miracle to happen. And a miracle means we need to win games. And is that going to happen? Probably not. Playing Cincinnati at home, and it looks like we lost. Not surprised. We did end up losing. We're 3-7 right now. Not much I can really do. I've been recruiting. I've been getting players with good depth traits. And now it's just seemingly all for nothing. We do get a 4-star after playing Oklahoma State. Alex Robinson from Texas. Patrick Scroggins, 4-star corner from OKE, Florida. And yeah, now the other guys are starting to go to the other teams that have originally locked us out for a while. And surprise, surprise, we end up losing again. This team, man, I don't know what's going on with West Virginia. I don't know if they're cursed. I don't know what they are. But as you see, the top guys we went after, we got one of them. And then everybody else pretty much went elsewhere. And now we're locked in on Tim Steen. Great. As if it couldn't get any worse. Man, I really don't know. All I did here is just throw scholarships on 3 stars. So, I don't know. I can throw 50 hours on them and hope that one of these guys have a dev trait. It's really all I have left to do. So we do get Josh McCracken from Sewanee, Georgia. AJ Malvo, 4-star. Now some 4 stars are starting to roll in that were kind of like the bottom pickings. I believe those are the last ones. And then Stein would go to Wisconsin due to him locking us out. We're 3-9. Beautiful. A lot of guys probably going to transfer out because we absolutely suck. Look at our stats on the season at least. 22-13 for Khalil Watkins. Not a crazy season. It is what it is. On the ground, Dunbar with 8-30-5. He might be leaving due to his playing style. Love to see that. TJ Ward got hurt. Lindenbach, Clement, and Gallagher, who also got injured. So that's probably why we were so bad. Nobody was really healthy. A lot better. Another injury for Landon Livingston. Goodness gracious. Take a look at TFL's 10 for Marquise Moore, who's hurt. Who's all injured for our team? Let's go take a look at that. That's probably why we were so bad. Injury report. Let me see. Oh. Turns out all of our best players decided to be out for a vast majority of the season. So Clemson finally takes this national championship against Penn State, 49-37. First time we see them win it, and I'm kind of concerned of how many players are going to transfer out. At minimum, I'm saying like 6. Minimum. Take a look to see who's all leaving. It's going to hurt. I know it. He's going to the draft. Okay, that's fine. Oh, man. Everyone's going. As you see yet again, a lot of players heading out because we suck. Omenyor, the star dev player, due to our pro potential. I mean, it is what it is. Like, you can't do much when your team sucks consistently. So we're losing a lot of guys. Again, 2 times out of 3 years that we lose a handful of starters because our contender is terrible. We do get 3-star Rakeem Preston, though. Sure. How about it, buddy? Take a look at the draft results. See who goes drafted. Dunbar gets round 5, actually. Interesting. We're down to a 3-star. I think it is what it is here. Have 900 hours, and Tafasi goes to Houston. Huh. How about that? Take a look at our prospect list. Who is actually interested? We have a transfer. It's about time we get a guy that's interested in us. It took us 3 seasons, but finally, someone is interested in us. I'm not taking no 2-stars. Actually, I'll take 1. Sure, why not? Finally. It only took us so long to figure out if a 2-star is interested in us. So we'll go from here. Remove all the guys that, you know, have signed or not interested in us anymore. And honestly, cry and weep about the guys we missed. And it's going to be at least 15 other players, just as an estimation. And then I'll try to sign some low-name 3-stars down at the bottom of the board and hope they have a dev trade. On our 3rd national signing day, we're going to end up, I figured we're on the fringe of a top 25 class. Definitely trending downwards from last year. Only 1 5-star, 23 stars. It's just this team's been so inconsistent. I can't build upon itself. Will's only with impact development. We're also getting bad luck with the development trade. Start off here for Alex Robinson. And as you see here, a bunch of normals and impacts all down the board. There's a star with Lionel Edmonds. But look at this. How do you expect to keep building upon it when we get the worst luck possible with these dev traits? Heading into season 4, it says we're an 87 overall. Will we actually perform that at level? Probably not. Lincoln Black, block and tight end, up to a 90 overall. He's our best player on the team, coming in at a 4-star. Okay, great hands, decent route running, good power. Only 75 speed, but that's okay. Godwin shoots up to a 90 overall offensive lineman. Was a good get for us, 4-star. Now, as you see, he is not even close to being capped out yet. His IQ and his acceleration can go all the way back up. We'll see how well he develops in the near future. We have Ricky Williams, who we moved down the middle linebacker at 89. Stoneburner with boost up to an 89. 5-star elite development, and he is uncapped. Oh my goodness. Get his pass rushing moves up, and he might even can play middle linebacker with some time. Probably next season we'll switch over to middle. Wilkins stays in at 86. Not perfect, but is what it is. I'm interested to see where our other quarterback went to. I'll have to go find him here in a little bit and figure that out. But a running back, Trevin, we lost the guy to get to the draft. Normal development up to an 82. He'll be fine for a season. Again, we just haven't had a lot of good luck with running backs being developed. Receiver, Andy Merchant, up to an 82 as a redshirt freshman. Star development, 3-star, but he's already capped out. It is what it is there. Offensive line isn't looking too shabby, which is nice. Maybe this year will actually make a difference. Defensive end, we're not looking great, except for Cade Waddle, all the way up to an 85 overall. 4-star impact development. he can go up quite a bit if he gets his finesse moves up. So that's always nice when you get a guy shooting up. We have a ton of freshmen here. Defensive tackle, okay. Outside linebacker, Riggins not really developing like I hoped he would as he had elite. Hopefully he doesn't transfer. His deal breaker is championship contender, so we'll have to see on that one. Let's go to outside. We already talked about Stoneburner. Secondary's okay. Not good free safety. Better strong safety here with Amani Atwood, but pro potential with his deal breaker. So we'll have to see. I'm not confident in this team whatsoever because they've let me down 3 times already. So right now, this has been a catastrophic failure. We're in season 4 and we haven't had a year above 7 wins. Not good whatsoever. Not good. That's all I have to say about that. Hopefully, our championship contender won't let us down this year. Only 750 hours. There's at least 2 guys that don't hate us. But other than that, it's going to be tough sledding out here to try to get any 5-star. All right, the transfer Jaden Moore. Big blow-up game here against Ohio. 9-1-22 for 3 touchdowns. Our first win of the season. We lost to Bama week 1. We played Kansas State here in week 2. Technically, it's our 3rd game because we played in week 0. They're the better team. They always get so much love in simulation because they're always in national championships. I'm surprised they're not in one here. Just taking a quick look at recruiting. We can actually schedule probably some visits now for some guys. I just got to figure out where to take the hours off. If I can figure that out, found who I can take it off of here at Brian Napolitano. I think that's how you say this guy's name. We'll schedule Tyreek Coleman. Bring him in against Eastern Michigan. He loves the fact that he'll play because, yeah, you will play for us if you were to commit because our middle linebacker spot is not looking great whatsoever right now. Yeah, as you see, we lost to Kansas State. We're now at the bottom of the Big 12. Not surprised there. Again, as I said before, Kansas State gets a lot of love. I just hope that we can somehow turn this ship around because we are drowning at the moment. We can finally, after week 5, Tyreek Coleman commits. We got him out of Ohio. Battle with Ohio State on that one. First 5-star. As you see, it was really close. They actually fell to 3rd, surprisingly. As we lost, we're now 2-4. I don't know, man. I've honestly almost just given up at this point in time on trying to make this team good in 5 seasons. This might take us a lot longer than 5 because of the fact our team is just not good. We don't have anything really to sell. We don't because we suck at everything. I've tried recruiting well, getting 5 stars, and we seem to always fall apart at the wrong moment, wrong point in time. Like right now, I don't know. There's just not much I can really say or do. After week 6, we do get 4-star Braden Bruss from Alabasta, Alabama. He was one of the few guys that came in on a visit against Eastern Michigan, and we somehow still find a way to lose. It's Eastern Michigan, for crying out loud. How? Our defense just sucks. Eastern Michigan. We do get George Perez, or Jorge Perez, however you pronounce it, from California, another 5-star edge. Liadi Amini, 4-star guard. So that means we must have beaten Iowa State, because that's where I put a lot of visits down. We lost Clay Burns to Auburn, and we did end up beating Iowa State. So we lose to Eastern Michigan at home, beat Iowa State, because that makes sense. Play undefeated Cincinnati this week. We're close on a couple other guys, but I think Micah Shakir is going to go to Georgia, unfortunately. Again, not much I can really do in that sense. We might get David Mabane, hopefully. I can't really, I mean, maybe I could sit in the house, but our grades are just not looking good. We'll try it to see how much influence I get. If we gain more than we did this week, then I will keep it. But odds are I'm not sure if we will or not. But other than that, there's a couple, again, more of these 4 stars later down the board I can go after. That's pretty much it. We got locked out of 1, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I can't really do much about it. It's a scramble athlete, so not the end of the world because I already have a quarterback in play. But all we can do right now is just give more hours to these stragglers and, again, go from there. And as I thought, Micah Shakir does go to Georgia. We're 3-7. Like I said before, I have no idea what to do with this team. I've gotten 5 stars, high 4 stars, and it just doesn't seem to matter. Mabane might even go to Penn State because he's visiting there this week. So we might even lose out on him as well. Again, it is what it is, man. Not much I can really do. I've tried, besides playing every game, I don't have the time to sit here and play every game. It's a rebuild. I'm not supposed to play every game. I'm supposed to rely on this team and the players that we've gotten so far to actually contribute to a win. I don't get what's stopping us from doing so. I've switched it to the right playbooks that at least do well in simulation from what I've seen stat-wise. So, I don't know. I really don't. We do get 5-star David Mabane, even though he went on a visit. That's perfectly fine with me. That'll help us out in the long run. Another 5-star to the board as we actually move up to 4 and 7. We have one more week here against UCF, and then that would determine whether or not we go 5 and 7. This one's looking like we might have to go 10 years to get a winning record for 1. For 2, even have a shot at the Big 12 championship game. We haven't even made it to that yet, believe it or not, which is not good whatsoever. Like, if you've watched it to this far in the video and you've seen the struggle I've went under, props to you. Props to you. I really appreciate it. If you have watched this far, go and drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Because right now, as you see, we are struggling to get anything going in terms of recruits, in terms of playing well, the whole 9 yards. So, I mean, not much I can really do besides, I don't know. Never limits. It's just my little rant time here. I'm trying to figure out how the hell to turn his team around. Year 4 ends up in another disappointment. 4 and 8. Quite honestly, I'm at a loss for words. I'm trying to figure this out. Wilkins, 37 touchdowns, 18 picks. Got to clean up the turnover ratio, but solid yardage and touchdowns. I mean, you'll take however you can get it. Truin, only 77 attempts to back up. Artie Simonson got more than him, so it looks like it was a true running back by committee here. Through the air, Andy Merch went 972 and 9. Gallagher, 965 and 9. We're going to lose him probably to the NFL draft. Jaden Moore, the transfer, coming in with 826 and 10. A lot of production we're going to have to try to make up for. O-line actually did relatively well too, which is quite nice. On defense, Ricky Williams all the way, 87 tackles, 7 TFLs for Byerson, and 15 sacks. Goodness gracious. Gold quick jump really doing a number here. And still not that many picks. Our team just sucks. I mean, I've tried recruiting, but inevitably it's just not working. After the regular season, Derek Kiki does commit 4-star offensive guard. He can play right, left, maybe even center. Good bolster to our offensive line, because we're probably going to lose a little bit to the either portal or just graduating. I have 65 hours here. I'll adjust to see if I need to on any of these 4 stars. It looks like we're going to be relatively okay. Might lose out on Vernon, though. Dominguez should commit here soon. I don't know if we're going to get Vernon. Arizona State's hot on our tails. That'll be a battle here in the offseason. Same thing with Brockers. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not we will be able to get the players we want. If not, I'll throw some hours on these 3 stars down on the board just as a filler in case we can't get the main guys we're really going after. And Dominguez does commit like I thought he would from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Max Ali, 4-star corner. Ramon Vizcaino, athletic quarterback scrambler. I didn't think we'd get him this quick, but we do. So our class actually isn't too bad, considering the fact that we only went 4 and 8. Again, our team just isn't good. Right now, we're around top 20. Yeah, 20th, 3 5-stars, 7 4-stars. Still have a handful of 4 stars on the board with Vernon, who's probably going to go to, because I can't really hard sell him. Our grades aren't good enough. Probably going to go to Arizona State. We will get Roth, hopefully. Brockers is going to go to Nebraska, that looks like. Get nothing I can do there. We should get Law, Diego Lord. Again, we just don't have the grades. Don't have the grades. I can throw 65 on him just in case and hope that's enough. And then, yeah, Schaefer will get, and I can throw 50 down here on these stragglers. USC wins their first national championship, defeating Texas. Throwback to when Vince Young played USC and Reggie Bush and all of them. This time, USC gets revenge. Let's see how many players on our side. It's probably going to be transferring out. If I had to bet, probably a good bit since we weren't good. So let's see how many are heading away. Not that many. Wow, only 1, 2, 3, 5. This is the least amount of players we've lost So finally, some sort of continuity. That way we can actually build upon what we have. I think it's the first time we haven't lost more than like 10 guys in the offseason. So we'll take a quick peek at the draft results and then go into the transfer portal. Let's hope that we can actually get some sort of just bodies out there. You can take a look here at the draft results. Do we have a guy going first round? No. Gallagher goes second. Williams in round 3. Definitely helping at our pro potential. Our grade for that is. 1,050 hours to take a look at the portal. And we get a 4-star. Okay. London Montgomery. At least the only guy that doesn't hate us. Any 3 stars that don't hate us. Doesn't look like it. Love that. 4 stars maybe? Probably not. No, he's the only one. All right, that's fine. We can take off the other guys that have committed elsewhere, allocate points, and hopefully we can get London Montgomery. Okay, so we do end up getting the transfer in London Montgomery. It was a tough fight with Ohio State. Neck and neck all the way down to the wire. I also got a couple 3 stars. I really just want to highlight London Montgomery. As you can see down there, Ohio State close at number 2. But all I can do now, that's basically going to wrap up the recruiting I have. There's some 3 stars, and of course, down here at the bottom that might end up committing. Maybe. I don't know. But for the most part, my job here is done for our season 4 recruiting. We're going to take a look at our National Signing Day. I think this will be a top 10 fringe-ish class. And then we can see our developments as we go through all these 3 stars I've committed. Again, towards the very end, hopefully some of these guys has some sort of dev trait. We've been getting very, very unlucky with all of our normal developments. This is probably the most amount of normals I have ever really gotten in a rebuild, at least for a video on YouTube. So again, taking a look here at our National Signing Day. This is season 4 going into season 5. Our top class, so we end up with the 4th ranked class. All right, so this is the best we've done so far. 3-5, 11-4, 13-3. Take a look at our developments. Please give me more elites. Thank you. David Mabane is elite. Tyreek Coleman, only impact. Elite for George Perez, another outside linebacker with platinum quick jump. Elite for Liadi Yamini. Thank you. Star for Braden Bruss. Okay, so now they're basically loading us up. Star for Robbie Dominguez. Star for Max Ali. I wish this was a little bit more spaced out so these players can develop, but I'll take them all at once, I suppose. Diego Lord, star, might move to wide receiver. Anybody else? Elite for Ty McDonald, another running back. Goodness gracious. All right, love to see that. Star for Alex Camilla. He could play defensive tackle more than likely since he's an agile athlete. And elite for Franklin DeBose. So we might have found our future quarterback. This is one of the 3 stars that we randomly threw on the board, and it worked out. Season 5 says we're 90 overall. Are we actually going to play to our potential? Who knows? Khalil Wilkins, though, 93 as a redshirt senior, only with impact development. As you can see, his skill caps have come along really nice. 91 throw power, great accuracies. Hoping he takes that next step as a 5th-year senior. Godwin up to 91. Lincoln Buck still a 90. Cade Waddle up to an 88. Move Builder over to right tackle. He's developed. Have 2 middle linebackers up to an 88 overall. We're still somewhat young as well. Take a look at running back. Chester Hendricks now is a starter. Sherwin doesn't develop at all. Robinson up to an 84 overall as a true sophomore. He has star development. So he might get the nod this season due to the fact that he's a lot younger. We will need to find a quarterback sometime soon because, he's graduating. This is season 5, showing you the roster, how everybody has developed thus far. But we need them to start coming along sooner rather than later. We're going to redshirt George Perez due to the fact that he is a 5-star and he has got elite development. So that's why we're going to redshirt him. Byerson has platinum quick jump now. On the other side, Urata up to an 80. Cade Watt up to an 88. Defensive tackle, we're looking pretty good. Riggins still isn't developing. I don't know what it is from him. Is he just not getting on the field or something? Like, what's going on? 30, 23, no sacks. Yeah, he's just not getting on the field. He needs to be a rush defensive end, so I'll adjust that in my depth chart, I suppose. Yeah, looking good everywhere else. Von Mills also has platinum quick jump, so they're going to be coming off the edge real fast. Pause. I was Seek up to an 83 and Amani Atwood up to an 85. So we got to start winning games. It's 5 years in. We're a 90 overall. Can't be very inconsistent like we have been so far. All right, our first 5 stars is quarterback Jim. He's got 88 speed, 95 throw power from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Randy Casey from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, also coming into the team. Again, we're on the lead, or in the lead, I should say. A bunch of 5 stars, and believe it or not, we're actually 5-1 halfway through the season right now. We have 170 hours to use, and we might even start rolling up on other commits too. Could even try to get George Valero, just because I can. Try to see who all can get. We're probably going to lose Nathan Funk to Auburn. Unfortunate. It is what it is, though. Can't really do much about it. Auburn just had a better visit weeks than we did. But, yeah, again, it is what it is. If I can figure out what to soft sell this guy on, we can soft sell him on the clutch. And then maybe put 15 here. It's just the visit for Auburn lined up perfectly compared to what our visit lined up with. Same thing here for David Waddy. He's probably going to go to Notre Dame because our hard sell is just it's not getting enough in terms of pitch wise. So we have to send the house and get 25 on him. Do it that way and hope, that he doesn't go there. For Fitzu, I mean, I don't know. Ohio State's trying to get back on him. Gassettes might go to Texas. Might. Probably more than likely going to go there. Again, I can't really do much besides just put all 75 into him. And then we can try to get back in on Hashim. On Yamada. That's how you say his name. We might could get enough to get back on him. We have week 8 visits for a lot of players. This is a bye week heading into week 7. I don't think anybody's going to commit just yet. I'd be quite pleasantly surprised if we do get any commits. Yeah, I didn't think we would. Funk indeed does go to Auburn. Fair enough. Good play by them. We're finally ranked, though. Took 5 seasons. We have back-to-back bye weeks, oddly enough. But finally ranked. We're probably about to... Morton's also going to go to Auburn. They have a visit week 7. Well, unfortunate. Unfortunate. It is what it is. We did get at least one corner, maybe, hopefully. Waddy's going to go to Notre Dame. He visits there next week. Gossett might flip to Texas because of our grades just not being there. That's unfortunate. Oh well, I can throw a 25 here on Hashim and schedule visit him for not week 11, maybe week 12 against UCF. Could honestly hard sell him. We'll do that. We'll hard sell instead. Hard sell, time to get to work for him. Not time to get to work. What is it? There it is. Grassroots. My bad. And then, I'll just use these 5 hours just sparingly here. And then maybe just add 4 stars if there's any. I know you can sort position by position. I just don't feel like it right now, quite honestly. If I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to tell you how it is. But we'll add those guys to the board. Maybe hopefully find a corner next week. If we can get somebody to commit this week. I don't think we'll get anybody commit this week. We might get a quarterback. Hopefully. Cross your T's, dot your I's. If we get any. We do get Charlie Schooler, 5-star gym quarterback. Josh Ojaba, another 5-star offensive tackle. And Waddy and Morton commit elsewhere. Sucks. After about week 9, we do get J.C. Cosferin, whatever the case may be. Another 5-star from Carlsbad, California. Fitu Nagy, another wide receiver. It only took us 5 years, but finally, we can start getting players for our team that's going to play next season in terms of 5-stars. So it's right, week 9, playing USC on the road this week. Not going to be easy at all because our team, again, hasn't really showed up in the big time moments. I don't know how we're not the number 1 overall class right now. We have 5 stars off the rip. And we're probably going to get another one here with George Valera, but freaking LSU is coming out of nowhere for him. I don't know where they're coming from, but it'll be what it is. Maybe we need a football influencer, and if I can find something, no, can't really hard sell them. I meant soft sell them, whatever the case may be. I can't throw full 80 on him, on George. He'd be our third quarterback of the cycle, but we're losing one next season, so it doesn't hurt to have that too many. So we'll see. We have a lot of guys coming on visit week 11. Finally, Joey Ventura unlocked us. So now I can throw 65 on him. But yeah, we have a couple 4-stars at the bottom of the board. Some straggler 3-star corners because we need corners and all the ones committed to Auburn. You know, can't really control that. I tried my damnedest, but they decided to go play for the orange and blue. But I just want to give you a quick little update on what our class is looking like right now. Oh, we won. How about that? We finally beat a ranked team. We're 7-2. Could we find a way to win the Big 12? Probably not. How far back are we? We're, oh my God, that is a 8-way tie. Good night. All right. Well, our recruiting's still staying the same. We have a bunch of visits this week for Kansas. Not much I can really do here, except change hard sales. Hashima Yamada is going to go to Ohio State. That kind of blows. I could bring in visits. Probably will do that, but that's something I'll just do off screen. But hopefully we can beat Kansas and, you know, actually progress up in the rankings. How about that? Brooks Sparrow, player of the week, 6 tackles, 2 TFLs, does win it for the Big 12. Does mean we did beat Kansas. We're now 14th in the nation. And right now we are in a 6-way tie for the Big 12. Gonna come down to the wire. We do play UCF this week, so obviously if we beat them, that would help our case to make our first Big 12 conference championship. After UCF, we get another 5-star quarterback. So one of these guys better have a daggone dev trait in terms of being able to play. And we lose to UCF. Great. So now we're pretty much SOL in terms of making the Big 12 championship, unless we beat Kansas State and 2 of those teams lose. Is that going to happen? Probably not. We get Kofi Banogu after Kansas State. Does that mean we win? Probably not, because we had a lot more guys. Yeah, we lost. We're 8-4. It is our best season so far, but I'm still not satisfied. 5 years in, this is our best roster yet, and we still can't find a way to win the key games. I don't know what it is with this team. So we do get Jay Reese after that week 14 bye week, your conference championship week. Connor Camarada, the running back. Paul Nevis, good middle linebacker. So we're pretty much securing the last final bits of our class. McCauley would go to USC, which is fine. I've already gotten enough quarterbacks in this class already. But we'll see, where do they project us in terms of our bowl game. This is a college football bracket. My bad. Not the bowl projections as I was trying to get into. They project us to be in another Gasparilla Bowl. Fantastic. Trey Owens from Texas wins the Heisman here in 2028. 34 yards, 35 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Thankfully, a normal season from a quarterback winning the Heisman instead of throwing like 1 or 2 interceptions, as we do play Clemson in another Gasparilla Bowl. If this is the height of this team, I'm very concerned. I don't think I can allocate hours on National Signing Day. I cannot. So we'll X out of recruiting. But yeah, this is twice now where we made it to a Gasparilla Bowl. First time we lost against SMU. Can we get the confetti this time against Clemson? Clemson has always been good in simulation. It doesn't look like we did. We did not. So we're 0-2 in Gasparilla Bowls. Purdue somehow makes it to the national championship as LSU takes this one. Same structure we've been going through. Going to look at the players leave and see who's all transferring or going to the draft or even graduating. I don't think we're losing too much, but then again, you never know. So let's take a look. A lot of guys going in the draft. Wilkins going round 1, Godwin 4, Lincolnbach round 5, and we are losing a good bit of talent on our team. 3 guys going to the top 5 rounds. It is what it is. I'm just glad we're not losing half our team to the transfer portal. The first time we didn't lose half our team is when we finally made it a decent season. So now we have 2 back-to-back years of actually maintaining some sort of continuity as Wilkins goes in 1, Godwin 3, and Lincolnbach in round 5. Since we finally have some sort of continuity, we should be competing for the Big 12, hopefully next season or at least a year after. And is there really no transfers that are interested in us? You serious? How? We're just not in his top 5? That's crazy. We can't even get any sort of transfers. Well, there's no point in me really even doing the offseason then, I suppose. The National Signing Day, we ended up with the second class. LSU just completely dominated 6 5-stars and 24 4-stars. So props to them on that one. We did battle with them a lot for most of our guys. Starting off with Charlie Schooler coming in with what? Elite development, 88 speed, 95 throw power. Probably going to be the starter if these other quarterbacks don't have elite. Star for George Valerio. Star for Martin Lamp. So obviously Schooler is going to start. Impact for JC. Star for Josh Ojabo. Impact elite for Randy Casey, so that's definitely going to help us on the defensive line. Impact, this guy locked us out forever, so that's fine. Star for Connor, nice, we needed a running back. Star for Kofi, star for Paul. Keep going down a couple of normal developments. Star for Kevin Wood, a 3-star receiver. Can we get another one? Star for Ruben Clabo, love that, another athlete. What was he? He was an athletic elusive back. Could play a lot of positions with that. And then that's all she wrote for that one. So, solid class here for season 5. Again, I keep forgetting what year we're on. We've been going for so long. About a couple of long hours into this. But again, just going to change positions around. I would like to see their overalls real quick, though. So, yeah, Schooler is the best overall at an 80 and does have the highest development trait. Some of these guys could play running back, maybe. Let me see here. Can they? No, not really. Okay, that's fine. It is what it is, but we'll keep them rocking as is. The season 6 still at a 90 overall. Stoneburn at a 92. Do have some younger guys up here in the 88s and almost 90 range. Doesn't seem like we developed crazy amount. Gio Wiley will be a backup quarterback. Simonson and Robinson overtake Hendricks. Robinson will probably be the starter for this year. Wide receiver desperately needs some help in terms of developments. So whatever the case may be, I need to go get some elite wide receivers. Offensive line looking good as always. I don't know how far away we are. Our team is very well rounded, except for a defensive tackle. But at linebacker, we're pretty well off. We have Tyree Coleman, Max Brown here behind Stoneburner. Have 2 guys right here that could play. Like Gomez might move to middle linebacker next season. Corner, we're rocking out pretty strong. Couple of juniors, a freshman here. Good at free safety, good at strong. It just almost seems like we're capped out wherever we are. Not much I can really do about it. But we can head into season 6. Try to find a way to win. Instead of we're just hitting a big solid roadblock. Goodness gracious, Von Willis finally showing up. Took him about 3 seasons, 6 tackles, 3 sacks. We just got done playing Pitt. Looks like we won, and we did. We're ranked 22nd in the nation playing UAB. Still going after the top name recruits. Can actually schedule visits on a lot of guys. And that's pretty much what we're doing here, and bringing them in as quickly as possible. That way I can get as many hours back as fast as I can. Our first commit in season 6, we had Clifton Koch from Bristol, Connecticut, a 5-star corner, going to bolster our secondary. Losing out on some commits, but not the end of the world. We're 4-1 right now. Our one loss came to BYU. We just beat number 5 Arizona State. Progress, slow but sure progress. And Johnny Kopp has locked us out. Fantastic. Love to see that. Hopefully it's not for long, or else we're going to be SOL in terms of getting him. And then I'd be kind of pissed. We do get Parker Siptic from Cedar Hill, Texas. D'Angelo Doss, 4-star. Jim Center from Greenville, South Carolina. Dan Kroom. Couple more 4 and 5 stars securing up our boards right now. And we lost to Colorado, and this team is actually pissing me off. I don't know what more to do. I go out, commit, or get the first, second, third classes, and we just can't perform. After that week, we would get Jared York, another 5-star receiver from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Heath O'Callaghan. And Johnny Kopp, that one free safety that locked us out. Thankfully, we got him back on the board, brought him back into a visit. 3 more 5 stars, trying to rally the troops up. 4-2. Did we win the last game? I hope we did. Charlie Schooler, 382-3. So it looks like we did. And we did. So we're 5-2. What's it looking like in terms of the conference standings? And we are 9th. So we need a lot of other dominoes to fall. After week 9, we do get Cam Mankins, another 5-star wide receiver. So you can tell the priority of my class, and I went through right now. going after receivers because we are really lacking on that end. We're up to 16th now. Week 10, let's take a look at the standings. We are 5th in the Big 12. Do have a date with TCU in week 13. So hopefully we can make it there at 10-2 and then upset them at home to claim our spot in the Big 12 championship. Another commit coming in from Birmingham, Alabama, Anton Combs. Allows us to get about 50 to 60-ish hours left. Did we beat, was it Colorado? We did. 8-2 right now. Who's our player of the week this time? Tyler Bartow. 2 sacks, 2 tackles. It was UCF, actually. I knew it was a tan and black team. It's getting late. I'm getting tired because I can't really tell the differences between the two. But now I've finally freed up a little bit of time to get more visits in. I don't know if we're going to get Butcher because he's going to Utah this week. I doubt we'll get him. Doesn't hurt to give it a chance. If I can find where that, there it is. Aspirational. But doesn't hurt. Antoine's probably going to go to Miami here. It is what it is. But I can schedule some free. I can't bring him in week 13. We'll bring him in week 12 because why not? Why not for Jameson Slayton? But yeah, that's all I'm really doing right now. I don't have any more visits scheduled, so just gonna try to bring some guys in. Binu Mai, how do you say that name? Juan Hakeem, and that's the 2 guys after we played Utah. Antoine does go to Miami like I figured he would. Doesn't look like we came out on top due to our XP amounts. We did. Up to number 8 in the nation. Again, our next date is with TCU. Got to win that one to secure our spot, not only in the Big 12 championship, but also possibly a berth for the playoffs. There's Jameson Slayton after the bye week. We brought him in. Juan Gotts, and Doug Butcher from Huntington, West Virginia. At this point in time, I believe there's only like 1 4-star left on the board. And here's our date with TCU, the 6th team in the nation versus the 8th team. They're a 90 overall. We're a 90 overall. This can pretty much go anybody's way. Take a look, but double check the recruiting board real quick. Yeah, 550 hours. I don't care about that 1 4-star that locked us out. But yeah, I really have 2 left. There's no more 4-stars on the board. Trust me, I already looked and sorted through them. I don't care about the 3 stars, so we're just going to simulate. Hopefully we come out on top and be 10-2, which means we make it to the Big 12 championship. As Javier Shank commits to the team and George Kareem. We scheduled those visits for against TCU. We did not. We only got 332 XP. So we're going to fall to 9-3 as you see right there. Conference standings. Yeah, we need Arizona or Iowa State to lose, which they're not because they're done with their games. Doesn't look like we're going to make the playoff because we choked. Yeah, as you see on the left side, we choked our berth and our chance at making it. Something new for a Heisman winner, Jamie Dunn, an Auburn wide receiver. 65 receptions, 1,300 yards, 20 touchdowns. I bet Auburn fans hope Cam Coleman could do something like that. Oh, we're in the playoff. Oh, what happened? How did we get here? What? Let's look at the bracket. Take a look. We are the 9th seed. What happened during the conference championship week to what we got here? I'm so confused. We were well projected out of it. Not bowl week, conference championships. So, Sam Houston upset Kennesaw State. TCU beat Arizona. Auburn beat Texas. Michigan beat Maryland. Okay, so that's what happened. A lot of upsets. Love that. Love that for us in particular. First round matchup against Stanford. What is their overall going to be? They're sitting at 88. We're 90. Please, so help me, Lord, let us get a win. All right, the first round is going to be on the road. Look at this little freaking tree, dude. That mascot just pisses me off looking at him. But yeah, traveling on the road to Stanford to play him in the first round. Going to be a ruckus environment. But I think, even though we have a true freshman quarterback, we'll be able to get this done. All right, it's already 7-0, 14-0 right now. Love this start from our team, coming in 17-7 in the halftime. Kicking it, oh, we go up 24-7, 31-7. Call this a wrap. This is pretty much the ball game. See ya later, Stanford. As this game's gonna wrap up 31-7, absolute domination in the first round. Let's keep this momentum alive. That way we can find a way to win a natty. Hey, oh my gosh, Charlie Schooler took him to school, but I'll be here all night. 295 and 365% completion percentage. Definitely leading the way again as a true freshman, mind you. So he's got a long way to come in terms of his own development. Yeah, Schooler, 295, 3 through that one pick. His abilities are already looking nice at Silver, Option King, Magician, and off platform. On the ground, not much happening. Why is our guy not starting that I wanted? I don't know. Take a look through the air, see what happened. Brendan Daniels only a 77 overall, but 111 and 1. JC can't try. I'm not even gonna try. 79 and 2, and Donovan Hawkinson with 85 yards. Take a look at defense. 12 tackles for Tony Awasika at free safety. I don't know how to feel about that, and we didn't get a pick either. So, must have forced a lot of 3 and outs. All right, round 2 is Auburn. They have the Heisman winner. Now, wide receiver. Got to be tough to try and even come close to stopping them, as we did unlock Scheme Guru. Cool. Not even interested in using that. Yeah, playing Auburn. Forgot, yeah, the Orange Bowl. They're an 89 overall. We're a 90. We're going to keep rocking the all whites here. If I can find them. If I can find them. No, I want the all whites. No, give me the all whites. Dude, I just wore the all whites last game. Thank you. Perfect. But playing Auburn in the Orange Bowl against the Heisman winner. Gonna be a lot tougher than Stanford for sure. Let's take a look at our team. We're down 7-0. Tying the game up at 7, still in the first quarter. Auburn trying to drive down the field. They're gonna go up 14. It's 14-10. Auburn driving down, not getting it. We do take the lead 20-14. Close game here, 20-17. Late in the fourth quarter. I'm gonna go here play by play. See if our team can come up big, and we're actually gonna hop in on a 4th and 1. We're gonna run this football, run the rock. It looks like Robinson's in the backfield. He is. Gonna hand this ball up to him, up the gut. Big block by the offensive line, bring it up to the 10-yard line. Alex Robinson making a big play. And now we got back to play by play. 4-yard rush by Schooler. 3rd and goal from the 8. 4th and goal from the 8. Gonna kick a field goal up by 6. See what Auburn does here. Driving down the field. Gonna punt it away. So all we gotta do, ground the clock out. Our team couldn't do so, and Auburn got the ball back. Scored a touchdown. Now it's a 1-point game. All we need to do is get inside field goal range, and this could be a wraps. We have it to the outside. We're gonna spin the inside. Tackle down to 28. 3 timeouts. Can Charlie Schooler, as a true freshman quarterback, lead this team down and get a field goal? See what he can do. Gonna step up to the right side and get brought down. We're gonna have to burn our first timeout. It's not the greatest thing to happen, but then again, not the end of the world either. Try to pick a play that would work best for our team. We don't have the greatest wide receivers. Not by any means necessary. I believe our highest one is like a 70-something overall, and we're gonna get hit immediately. Goodness gracious. Score. See what you got here. Gonna float it deep to Daniels. Batted down. We just don't have time in the pocket to do anything. All right, Schooler, what you got here? Throwing it over the middle. Batted away. We lose. All right, well, we're going to fall to Auburn in the quarterfinals, down by 1 point, 24-23. This is the furthest we've made it so far, which is great, but we still haven't even won the Big 12 championship. So, still got a lot of work to do. TCU actually wins a national championship. So, they beat us in the regular season. Find a way to win it against Nebraska. Former Big 12 team, actually. Auburn didn't even make it all the way, surprisingly enough. We'll see who we're losing to the draft or to the portal. Do this right now. We have one guy, Stone Burner, being drafted in round 5. Other than that, not losing a crazy amount of talent. So, the fact that we're finally stacking depth pieces after depth pieces after being shafted the first 5 seasons, it's quite nice. Baggett would go to Syracuse. That's fine. I'm not mad at that. Let's take a look and see where our guy got drafted at. Round 4, Atwood in 5 and Duck in 6. Love that for our pro potential. We're finally up to a 4-star. As we go look at the transfer portal, 1,200 hours. That is a lot. 3 4-stars, finally. It took long enough. But yeah, we got the 5th guy in the portal, the 6th, and I believe it was like the 20-something. So as we go down here to Dion Settle, we will try to get him on the team by any means necessary. Whatever that takes. I don't care how many hours we have to throw at him. I want him on the team ASAP. Week 3, we do get Dion Settle, Cameron Wilds, and we did not get the guard yet. Should be relatively close to committing, if I remember correctly. It's week 3. The only guys I've been going after are these 4 stars, and he's close to committing. By next week, he should commit, and then we can start looking at our overall class, see where we rank. Not going to be too many guys because I'm not throwing random 3 stars at the bottom of the board because I just want the best players out there. Oh, he went to Penn State. Oops. Probably should have took him off the board and, you know, did the little visit glitch thing where you take a player off the board, revisit them, but it is what it is. Not entirely too mad at that. Let's take a look at National Signing Day. Got 18 players total. Take this guy off the board. Their class. We're the #1 class in the nation with only 18 guys. Nice. 6 5-stars, 12 4-stars. Will get the job done. Take a look at our development traits. Jared York, impact. Great. Elite for Heath O'Callaghan. Great. Another guy in the front 7 with elite development. Star for Siptic. Star for Mankins. Finally, a wide receiver with a halfway decent dev trait. Cook with impact, even though he's a gem. Doss with impact. Kroom, another gem. Impact. Nice. Star for Anton Combs. Impact from a high. Our receivers are getting the worst luck for a dev trait. Hakeem does have star. Nobody. Elite for Johnny Kopp, the #1 player in the nation. That's awesome. Star for Butcher. And then star for Wilds. But yeah, our wide receivers, only one of them has a dev trait. And they were, it was a 5-star. But the rest of them just have impact. All right, season 7 training results. We are going to be up to a 92 overall. No way we don't go out and win the Big 12 this year. This is season 7 again. Best players, Cade Watt on 95. We moved Merchant down to a tight end. He's now a 93. We got great offensive line, a great running back, good pass rush with Von Wills. Our secondary, we still have Charlie Schooler, 2nd year starting quarterback, elite development. Again, he's got a long way to go too, pretty much or almost uncapped. Throw power can go up. Accuracies aren't close to being done yet. And he's not even done in terms of his quickness either. Just in case something happens, we also have Martin Lamb behind him. But other than that, we're pretty much well off everywhere, especially on offense. Might need a little bit more on the receiving end, but our offensive line's looking great. A lot of high 80s, 90 overalls. Pass rush with Bartow. Then you have Lime on the other side. Again, we move Waddle down to D tackle. Linebackers, great. Even with some young guys behind him, we have plenty of depth in terms of our corners. Plenty of speed, too. 99 speed here for Tony Awasika. And then over at strong safety, 94 for Josh McCracken. He is a senior. Or Bonogu. We might start Bonogu based off his development, but McCracken has all the abilities. So we might lean him right now. And worst case scenario, Bonogu can start next season. But yeah, season 7, we got to win a Big 12 championship. We can't be getting screwed over in all these big time matchups. It always seems to happen. As I got to go in here and encourage some transfers. How many people do we have to? Only 10. So I'm going to let some of these guys go that aren't really good. Take a look at our schedule for season 7. It starts off relatively smooth with Texas Tech, Pitt, FCS, and South Alabama. Then we play the #1 projected team in the nation with TCU. This is a team that we have had plenty of games with and times we've lost to them. So they had last year 14-2. Definitely going to be a tough opening matchup. And then our next ranked game isn't until about a month later against Arizona. And then Utah to pretty much close the season out. We have pretty good visit weeks with weeks 6 and 8, as well as 10. Just as bye week in between might throw a wrench in some of our plans of going after 5 stars. But we're one of the best teams in the nation, so there's no real excuse here to slip up anywhere. First game of the season, we blow out Texas Tech 34-17. Behind our defense, really forcing Dallas to throw 2 picks. Charlie Schooler coming in with 320 and 4 touchdowns. Did throw an interception himself, but overall, real solid start to his sophomore campaign. On the ground, didn't really get anything going, more of a running back by committee here. We need Robinson to get better from 1.8 yards per carry, or else we will bench him for Mabane. Through the air, Dion Settle with 98-2. JC, not even going to try to pronounce the name, has a touchdown, and so does Ty McConnell. Take a look over at defense. McCracken lists the tackles with 7. 2 sacks for George Perez. 1 from Bartow, 1 from Wills, we talked about that pass rush this season getting elevated, able to carry us. Max Ali and Tony Awosika gets a pick to lead the way on defense. So from here, I'll pretty much update you after week 5 based on if TCU is actually that team or not. But in the meantime, these 3 games should go pretty well smooth. But I'll update y'all after week 5 with recruits and if we beat TCU or not. After we beat TCU, 35-10, we're number. So right now we just came off beating down TCU 35-10. As you see, we are 5-0, ranked 3rd in the nation. So far this season is starting off really, really well. Charlie scored 376 and 4 touchdowns. Really clean game by the true sophomore. On the ground, Robinson only 50 yards and a touchdown. Only 3 yards per carry is not really that great at all. Take a look on the ground. Nagy with 102. Subtle with 92. This was very well spread out. Love to see that, especially from a high-octane offense. Going on defense. 7 tackles, 2 sacks for Bordeaux. 1 TFL for Wills and Perez, and it looks like we got after the quarterback. Got 4 total sacks. Again, 2 from Bordeaux, 1 from Wills, 1 from Uratia. No interceptions, but you love a good pass rush, and also getting some TFLs, holding a top team, or in the previous year. Right now, they're only 1-3. But starting off 6-0 right now, let's go give you an update on the recruiting board. As you see going on the year. We got 5-star Taylor Boykins. He's the #1 player in the nation. He is a gem. 91 strength, 87 tackle, 88 finesse move as a true freshman. Ricky Tvedik, that's how you say his name, I suppose. Power rush with 83 speed, 88 strength. Daryl Thorne, 84 speed, 89 strength, 85 power moves. Great pass rushers coming out as a true freshman. Gold quick drop here for Max Colonnay. And at the bottom here, Elijah Caraway, another defensive end. Power rusher, 83 speed, 85 strength. So right now, our class looking really nice with 5 stars already. Got some more coming in on visits here relatively soon as of week 6, which is the week we currently on. This guy, we need to start hard selling. I may have sold the bag here on Daryl Mallory. He might end up going to Texas. And that's my fault for not keeping an eye on that. That's why sometimes I get a little lazy and I forget to hard sell and soft sell some things. And it kind of burns me whenever we do. Oh well, hopefully with the correction here, he will still commit and not go to Texas. Rashid is very close. We need him to come in this week. We'll do the same thing here of soft selling him on 2 A+ grades. But other than that, that's really all there is left to do is do the recruits hours wise, simulate some more, schedule visits. But I will update you around the mid-season mark. Or not mid-season mark, at the end of the season in case something happens. And then hopefully we'll be able to make the Big 12 championship game. But yeah, I'll update you at the end of the season. Quick note here. Just got done beating Houston. Bartow with a hell of a game. 4 sacks, 6 tackles, 2 TFLs. Also gets National Defensive Player of the Week. That is well deserved by our leading senior. As you see, we are 3rd in the nation. Week 9. Take a quick look at the conference standings at the very top. I'm just hopeful that we don't find a way to choke this. That way we can make our first Big 12 championship. So now in the Big 12 championship, we have finally made it here, playing Arizona State. We're still undefeated, the 2nd ranked team in the country. As we take a look at the conference standings, Arizona State 10-2. This should be a really good matchup for both squads. Take a look at the recruiting board. We just got about every single 5-star we wanted and 4-star. Some of these guys I just didn't go after. But these guys at the bottom of the board, our class is going to be absolutely dominant. You see 12 5-stars. 12. So if we decide to make this a 20-year rebuild, which I might, we will be in fantastic position to create a full dynasty. Or if we just go and win the national championship here, who knows? We'll come back to that bridge when we get there. But 94 overall versus an 85. This should be a dominant victory. Here we go, hopping in. Here we are up 7-0. Arizona State did tie it up here at 7 apiece. Let me get out of these moments. That way I can just go to the end of the game and hop in case we need to be hopped in. Doesn't look like it so far. It is 14 all Can we drive down the field and score? We do right before halftime. 21-17, high scoring affair, but we are starting to pull away here late. 35-42 now, and this is going to be a almost dominant. Almost scored there for a second, but 42-30, marking our first Big 12 championship victory. Took us 7 years to do so. A lot of inconsistencies along the way, but that man right there, Charlie Schooler, 287, 90% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns. Couldn't have asked for a better game right there. All right, so Schooler through the air only threw 1 touchdown. So that means his other one must have came on the ground. Only 2 incompletion the entire game. That is absolutely nuts. But let's take a look on the ground here. Robinson with 86 and 2, Schooler with 1, Mabane with 1, Law with 1. 4 different players with a rushing score. 3 different running backs, that is. Holy hell, man. And Robinson's up to a 98 overall with boost. That's insane. Take a look at Settle, 127 and 1. Nagy with 45, 51 for JC, and 53 for Merchant. On defense, how do we do? Uridia with 7 tackles, no TFLs, 2 sacks for Uridia, 1.5 for Bartow, half for Preston, Coleman, and Waddle, but no interceptions. Oh well. Let's go see who we match up with. It'll be in the quarterfinals. We will get an overall bye, but we'll see who we match up with in round 2 of the playoffs. Buck McLean wins the Heisman. You telling me that our guy didn't put up better stats than he did? Let me go take a look at that Heisman watch. 21 sacks for Bordeaux. Holy hell. 21. My voice is broken, cracked right there. Yeah, you better rack up all the best defensive ends, best player of the year. Goodness gracious, dude. That man is on crack. Take a look at the Heisman winner and who finished right behind him. Schooler was 2nd. You kidding me? Give the man his Heisman. Doesn't show his stats on the season. We'll look at that at the very end. But man, he wasn't even an All-American. And he's 2nd for the Heisman? That don't make no sense. So our quarterfinal matchup is against the 6th seed Washington Huskies. They're 10 and 3. Again, we're still undefeated here. They are coming in at what overall? An 83 overall. Oh, come on, man. This should be a freaking cakewalk. Coming in here, we're already up 7-0, 7-3 now, 14-3. Yeah, as I thought, this should be well, wait a second. Still 14-10. Low scoring there. Okay, now we go up by 2 scores. 3 scored. Yep, and there we go. That is the dominant fashion I was wanting. 31-10, 38-10 now. And that's going to be all she wrote. We're going to move on to the semifinals, defeating Washington by 3 touchdowns, 38-17. And I would not be shocked if Schooler had another dominating game in this one. Let's take a look. 3-19-4. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all by that. Not surprised. Scored 3-19-4. 1 pick. Again, you like to see that cleaned up, but other than that, he's been fantastic on this playoff run. On the ground, Robinson with 40 yards, not really the best yards per carry. The main 4.2 right behind him. Let's go through the air. Settle with 115-1. He's been the guy that's leading the way more often than not. Nagy at 82-2. Robinson with a touchdown through the air. Take a look at defense. How many TFRs? Bardo with 2 more. Perez with 2. 1 sack for Perez and Uritia. This might be the first time that we've seen Bardo not get a sack in a game. And remember, he had 21 before coming into this one. All right, here we go. Nebraska making their way back in the semifinal round. At this point in time, it is win and get in for the national championship. They're 11-4, coming with a 7-2 in conference record up in the Big 10 now. Former Big 12 for Nebraska. They're an 88. Definitely probably the toughest team we played yet on this playoff run. But I'm confident we should be able to do it, especially with how our offense has performed in this playoff run, especially led by Charlie Schooler. Let's keep this run going up. 7-0 against Nebraska. Tie game now. Only a field goal. 17-7, 17-14. Definitely our closest one yet. And it's a tie game in the halftime. There we go. We finally get on the board. Still tie game. Heading into the 4th quarter. We will hop in here 4th and 2, and we are going to go for this. There is no way you don't go for this in this situation that we're in right now. We'll just run a simple inside zone, our best versus their best. We have Robinson in the backfield as well as Schooler. Gonna hand the ball off up the gut. Can he get there? He pushes forward to get the first down. He got 92 yards on the day. And now we can run this little QB sweep, get an extra blocker in the box with Robinson. Run it to the outside. Great block by Robinson. Great block by the guard. And Schoolers in for the touchdown. What a way to cap off that drive. Hopefully that will be enough to shut down Nebraska. And we are going to go up by 2 scores. And we have finally made it back to the Natty, I believe. No. We lost against Alabama by 1 point before the national championship. But this will be our first Natty appearance staying undefeated thanks to Schooler on that rushing touchdown. And then our defense staying strong when Nebraska got the ball back. Yeah, Robinson, 3 touchdowns in the day, 109 yards. And I was just talking about how he needs to improve his yards per carry, and he proves me wrong right there. Of course, Clemson is here in the national championship, the #1 overall seed. You constantly see this team if you do a bunch of dynasties and simulations in national championships. They are 14-1. They have the leading, or the Heisman winner, I should say, who got it over our quarterback. Clemson's coming in at a 90 overall, definitely the best team that we have faced yet. A win here, we complete that undefeated season, and we could put our team in the likes of the old school Nebraskas, the 2000s Miamis, the 2019 LSUs, of one of, if not the greatest team of all time. Just got to take down a team that has done really well in the college football 25 simulations. Clemson is always in these big time games. Pretty sure they've won at least 2 national championships. And to add a cherry on top, Buck McClean, I believe his name was, is the guy that won the Heisman over our quarterback, Charlie Schooler, right there. So that's got to add an extra edge in this matchup. Got to. So this is the first time that we're trailing in a playoff matchup, down 10-0, 10-7 now, 17-7, 20-7. Can our team do something and come back in this one? It's 28-23. Here we go. Big time now in the 4th quarter. We're going to go play-by-play for a good bit of this. Now, 4th and 22, we will get the ball back, driving down the field, 4th and 5, and they decide to punt. Clemson will come down 3 and out right there. Can we take advantage? It's 3rd and 9. Now we're going to actually hop in here, try to get this first down, chew some clock, and cement this game. They want us to run a lot of verticals, so fine. I'll run a wide receiver trio here, or gun trio. Maybe we can find Robinson in the slot. If not, we have a guy on the outside. We have a man on the outside. Schooler to Settle. Picked off. Wow. That corner made a hell of a play. And now Clemson will have the ball at the 48. That's unfortunate right there. I wanted Settle to go up and grab it. Our defense, though, stands tall, finds a way to get the ball back. Now we will hop back in on another 3rd down. Hopefully this time not throw a pick. That'd be fantastic here. We will put Settle back on another fade route. We also have JC on this left side. JC faced pressure, couldn't get it off in enough time. We'll have to punt the ball. Let's see what they are going to end up doing. 2nd and 20, 3rd and 6, 4th and 6. And we get a sack. Buck McClean sacked by that man right there, Tyler Bordeaux. And that just might end the game here, as we finally, after 7 seasons, win the national championship. It was a long, frustrating run for sure, but we have claimed our throne at the very top. 31-23. This team, man, finally 15-0, full undefeated season. And there it is right there. Pat White finally leading West Virginia to glory. He fell short in 07 and once again claims his rightful throne at the top. We're going to go over the stats, the final stats of the season, because I just want to see how many sacks Tyler Bordeaux got. Deion Settle's the player of the game, 5, 99, and 2. But I want to see if he broke like 26, 27 sacks, maybe even broke the NCAA record for sacks in a season. All right, checking in on the final stat line, Charlie Schooler with 55 touchdowns, 9 picks, 4,600 passing yards. This is definitely the greatest season I've seen personally in a simulation from a guy. He's only a true sophomore at 86 overall. So imagine what he would be at like a 90 plus. Take a look on the ground. Robinson with 1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns. Schooler with 4. Mabane behind him with 5. Yeah, this team was absolutely dominant. Subtle, even though he's an 83 overall with 1,100 yards, 18 touchdowns, 10 for Nagy, 10 for McConnell, 3 for Merchant. Like I said before, this team is just something special. And let's show you something I've been really wanting to see. Tyler Bordeaux with 25 sacks with only bronze quick jump. How in the hell? It's a 3-star with normal development. This guy, only 88 for his finesse and power move. And 88 speed. I don't know how he does it, but man, this guy was just dominant. Perez with 14.5. 9 for Uridia. 7 for Wills. 4 picks for Ali. 3 for Wooten. 3 for Tony Awasika. I want to see. I don't think he broke the sack record for a single season, but let's definitely take a look. Oh, he did with 25. Insane. Insane. Let's take a look for West Virginia. I'm pretty sure everybody had a record broken here. If I find them. Nope. There it is. You have Schooler with 4,600 yards. No touchdown. Schooler with 55 passing touchdowns. Sacks for Bordeaux. Yeah, so we broke just about almost every single, a decent amount of records here in this rebuild. Again, final winning one. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe down below. In the future, I am interested in doing a 20-year rebuild because I like where we've made this team so dominant, and I want to see if we can keep it alive. So let me know what team you'd like to see built for 20 plus years. Again, drop a like, subscribe down below. But until then, I'm out. Peace.